The brand new Super Witch Challenge is here, and of course this means we got you guys with the best deck. There is a ton of parts with this challenge, and we're on the developer build to give you guys early access so we can post this video as soon as the challenge comes out. But it's a longer challenge, and at the end you of course can unlock the emo after the 18 wins required. We have a bunch of good replays that we're going to go over in today's video. This is going to be the best deck for the challenge. In every single game you're going to have the Super Witch in your starting hand, which is something interesting to consider. The deck's a little pricey, but the deck is very solid. There's going to be a lot of beatdown. There's going to be a lot of heavier decks in this challenge, so this deck, defensively speaking, is as good as it gets. Quickly before you copy the deck and leave, I do encourage you guys to watch some of these replays because they are great examples of how to play the deck and dominate to get these easy wins. We have a couple awesome matches here, and this is going to be game number 1. As we see, we're going against the Electro Giant Double Dragon deck. Now, once again, both Super Witches are in the starting hand, so guys, we go with our Super Witch in the same lane as theirs, and with this deck, a biggest thing to know, do not stop watching this video yet. You need to know how to play this deck, right? Very, very slow. Counter what they have. You're going to have good answers. The Executioner NATO. You can NATO on top of the Giant Skeleton's Bomb. The Giant Skeleton's Bomb is also incredibly useful in taking out the Super Witch herself. It does a lot of damage. She can walk right over it. You can tornado other units on top of it. And the Super Witch herself will spawn 4 bats, 4 skeletons, and has the Mother Witch ability. Essentially all 3 witches in the game in one. Very powerful, but not necessarily game-breaking, but she is very good, and you will see that later in the video. So by playing passive until double elixir, then you'll be able to build up massive pushes like you see here. We have the Valkyrie, Giant Skeleton, Super Witch, and Executioner with the Tornado. Everything ready to go. The Executioner NATO combo is devastating. Gonna always be getting at insane value, guys. And the Giant Skeleton is gonna be fantastic because so many big pushes are gonna be made. So many Super Witches, obviously, because everyone's gonna have her. You really do get awesome value with it. You see the Electro Giant's about to come down at the bridge. We have the Electro Wizard and Executioner to slow this man down, and the Electro Spirit in mind. Keep that in mind. Guys, even though we don't have a building, we're gonna be able to get it done. Are you kidding me? That's an easily killed Electro Giant. Now we're going to be able to counter push this. The Super Witch is going to be fantastic. The Electro Spirit alone can deal with that Skeleton Barrel, and it's going to be a really easy win here. The Giant Skeleton's Bomb just not going to be able to be stopped. We also have the Lightning as well in order to chip down towers, guys. That's it. Game number 1. It's a big win. Very good deck, and we're going to show you guys more examples of this working out. Once again, here's another example of playing defensive and then counter pushing. Our opponent goes with a Balloon Rage really early in the match. We punish them by defending with the Super Witch, and then she destroys the entire tower. Pretty much nothing they can do to come back from this, guys. We just go in with the Executioner, with the Electro Wizard on that NATO, or sorry, on the Inferno Tower. I would stay away from Inferno Towers in this deck. I would seriously leave this deck how it is. I did not lose with it. It is incredibly powerful, and right here is going to be an easy 3 crown for game number 2, simply not able to be stopped. Here is the third example. Now here, once again, we're going to be very patient. We wait for them to make the first move, since we see the Skeleton King, which once again I would not use because she does have that Mother Witch ability. All those skeletons are really not going to be helpful, guys. As you see here, the defense is going to be awesome for us. We're able to take it all down. The Super Witch gets annihilated by the Executioner, and now we have a big counter push. We NATO in the Magic Archer. Super Witch along with the Executioner are going to get a bunch of damage. More than half of that tower falling, guys. Almost the whole thing. Now we're going to be able to Electro Wizard that Princess, take her down. The Lava Hound does come down, which is really interesting, right? We do have the Executioner and the Super Witch, though. Defensively, she will spawn bats, like you see here in a second. There are the bats. So even though they arrows, we have the Executioner. We have a bunch of great answers here. And the Skeleton King going to spawn all those skeletons, which once again, all of the piggies are going to come out, and now we have a massive counter push by just defending, playing smart. That is exactly how you're going to want to play this. There's simply no way for him to stop this push. We NATO that Princess in with the Executioner. It's too good. It is straight up too good. This deck, I don't anticipate you'll experience any real troubles with. The only thing maybe is like Electro Giant, but once again, that really should not be too bad. And here is the final example of an insane game where once again, we're going against another player. Now, as you see here, we're going to play slow. We let them make the first move. That's always best because, I mean, double elixir is very it's the goal, really. It's very easy to build up massive pushes with this deck in double elixir. We see the Lava Hound, fairly well played. Executioner and Super Witch going to be both posted up there trying to defend everything. We go the Electro Wizard, Electro Spirit, sorry, to kill all those bats. The NATO here was awesome. They hit a really nice zap spell, though, resetting our Executioner for a second. He's going to luckily retarget onto the stuff and barely get one more swing off just so the Lava Pups can get tagged. Really solid for us there. As you see, the Executioner comes down on defense. Executioner NATO, a very powerful combo. So the opponent did have Executioner, but not the NATO. Definitely something to consider. We see both units there on defense going to try and defend all this stuff. We are saving up for the Lightning. I realize we don't really need it, and so then we go in with our Electro Wizard here to help out this Super Witch. She's pretty low, but she still does have a lot of HP compared to other witches, guys. She's very tanky when you compare it to another witch, but the Electro Wizard and Super Witch here just going to take the whole tower because the Electro Wizard combo with her very powerful. We do have the lightning. They have absolutely no elixir, so the lightning saves everything there. The zap spell comes out. She spawns more bats so the Electro Wizard can keep them alive, and this is literally going to turn into a 3 crown. That is how powerful this deck is. The Electro Spirit comes down. The Witch just keeps spawning. The Valkyrie's down as well. We NATO that on top of the King Tower. That is going to be it. She didn't die. I said good game. They tossed out, I don't even know. The well played, yeah, but that was nuts. Ridiculous game that probably shouldn't have been a 3 crown, but a little push like that turned into a easy 3 crown. It's nuts. So she is very fun to play, and just from judging there, right, you can definitely tell the deck's a little heavier, but once again, once you defend and then counter push, you're able to get the easy wins because the Valkyrie as well on top of her shreds, of course. Valkyries are always good at taking out those witches. Electro Wizard's splash damage is going to be fantastic. We have a bunch of splash damage in this deck, notice. Literally every single unit except the lightning can do splash damage, and the Super Witch obviously. But yes, splash damage is going to be essential because I would have made like a clone deck if clone was available. Sadly, clone's not available here, as you can see. So that was the thought process at the beginning. But of course, this deck is going to be fantastic for you guys defensively speaking. That's the biggest thing about this challenge. A lot of people just are not going to be equipped to handle the Super Witch with other cards defensively, and that's when you're going to catch him off guard. And also, the lightning does not kill her in one hit. It does, she's left with like a sliver of health, so you do have to be careful about that. But other than that, guys, you're going to be able to absolutely crush in this challenge. So be sure to copy this deck. Best of luck to everybody in the challenge. I really appreciate you guys for watching. Subscribe for more. Master Diddy-san, out.